This is why I love boxing. So I've just got up, I have watched the fight, the big fight between Lomachenko and Lopez, and let me tell you, this is everything that I love about boxing. Got me Rocky dressing gown on, got me Fit to Box t-shirt on, I've got me Loma Venom gloves on, and I've got me Grant gloves on for Lopez. And I've just watched that fight, and let me tell you, after all these years of watching boxing, it's still so hard to call. So spoilers here. The reason, obviously, I'm going to go through round by round. So if you haven't watched the fight, you may as well stop watching now. That's the wrong thing to say on YouTube, to be fair. I should say carry on watching, but I don't want to spoil the fight for you. But let me go through round by round. I made notes, I wrote them down, and I'm going to go through how I felt each round went, and just the whole of the fight. So if you don't know the result, as I say, don't watch this until after you've watched the fight. It's a fascinating fight. So let's start off. So over here in the UK, it wasn't sort of picked up as a fight by Sky or by Box Nation or by BT. So we had to search an app out. The app was called Fight App. FITE. I paid £9.99, and for that fight, let me tell you, I've only watched that fight. I got up and watched that fight only. I didn't watch any of the pre-fights. Okay, so I've just watched that fight there. It was worth the £9.99 because it was so fascinating. In America, I believe ESPN put it on for free, which is absolutely fantastic. I think that is the way to go. We as boxing fans pay a lot of money for boxing. So let me just start off. So Lopez entered the ring to Another One Bites the Dust, and then Loma came into his usual sort of Matrix soundtrack. Loma, just a correction from my pre-fight sort of discussion that I did, Loma was actually the WBC franchise champion. Okay, now the actual champion is Devon Haney for the lightweight championship for WBC. I didn't realise at the time that it was the franchise belt. A franchise belt to me is a bit of a made-up belt. I've got a WBC belt there, but it doesn't make me the franchise champion. In saying that, I still think that the best, the undisputed at the end of this fight is going to be the one that wins. Okay, so ring announcer was not Michael Buffer. Okay, so great entrances. I forgot that there was no crowd. Let me just take these gloves off now. I forgot that there was no crowd. I think the entrances that they did were superb, really building the atmosphere of the fight. Let me just have my early morning coffee in my Floyd Mayweather cup. Okay, so they came in. Teofimo Lopez, he was wearing Grant gloves with a new logo, whereby the actual gloves of the logo was see-through, so his purple of his gloves was coming through on the actual gloves of the logo, which I thought was really nice. It's the first time that someone has wore the new Grant logo where the actual logo's gloves are the same colour as the actual main body of the gloves, so that was fantastic. In terms of Loma, he came in with his Venom gloves on, and again, he's wore Venom for his last few fights, used to wear Rival, of course. Let's just go through. So there was the crowd noise was there, which added to the effect. There was also on the app that I had, I don't know if this was the same on ESPN, but there was Chris Algieri and a lady commentator called Christina Poncha. To be fair, I thought she was very good. At no point did I think, oh, you know, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I don't know anything about her. She might be massively experienced, but she was very good. Teofimo Lopez, he also was wearing Adidas Box Hog 3 on his feet. Lomachenko going what looked like Venom boots, which you would expect. Russell Mora was the referee. He was wearing a face mask, obviously because of coronavirus, although everyone there would have been tested and all the official sort of rules being followed. So it was a really intense stare down just before the first round. Round one, I've got my notes here. I put very little from Loma. He was just having a look. All punches and the action coming from Lopez. 3 body punches of note landed by Lopez. First round, Loma 9, Lopez 10. Round 2, Lopez, much bigger guy, you could see that. Loma was circling around, he was actually circling to Lopez's right. So as Lopez being the orthodox fighter, Lomachenko was going to his right onto his big hand, which is something that you don't normally see. Certainly people don't recommend that you do that, but that's how Lomachenko started off in round 2. I've put here Loma, a few start to land, but Lopez forcing the action. Round 2, 10 points to Lopez, 9 points to Loma. So I've got it at that point, 20-18. Round 3, I've gone. No microphone was granted, they said, in the Lopez corner. They did mention that, and there was a microphone in Lomachenko's corner, but of course they speak in Ukrainian or Russian or whatever that language is. Certainly it's not the Black Country, so I couldn't pick up what they were saying. So round 3, Lopez, constant educated pressure. Is Loma struggling to work Lopez out? So at round 3, that's what I wrote down. Round 3, 10 points to Lopez, 9 points to Loma. So he's 3 rounds down after round 3. Round 4, Lopez still pressing. I'll put here, Loma might not be physically big enough. Okay, Lopez is impressing me, and Loma is circling to the right. So he's still going to the right. Okay, 10 to Lopez, 9 to Loma. I've got him 4 rounds up after round 4. Round 5, Lopez pressing, has been throwing body shots every round. I've put there. I've also put not enough coming back from Lomachenko. Let me just have a little drink. So I'm now putting my notes for round 5. I'm putting layoff. Is it age? Is it the time of the layoff? Is it age? Is it the size difference? Is it the skills? Is it that he's injured? I'm actually asking these questions at the minute because Lopez is having it all his own way. So after round 5, I've got it 10 to Lopez, 9 to Lomachenko. I have now got it 50 to 45 after round 5. Round 6, looks like Loma is very cautious of Lopez's big right hand. Loma not doing enough. Is the takeover happening? That was round 6. Again, 10 points to Lopez, 9 points to Lomachenko. So at the halfway point, I've got it 60 to 54. Round 7, slight swelling on Lopez's right eye. To me, Loma is still unable to deal with the size and skill of Lopez. That Lopez has very much impressed me in this fight. So that's round 7. 10 points again to Lopez, 9 points to Lomachenko. I've got it 70 points to 63 here after round number 7. I never thought that would happen, as you know, if you watch my sort of pre-fight thing. This is the beauty of boxing. This is what it's about. You can't predict it, and while you can't predict it, that is how good the sport of boxing is. So, round 8, and I've written... has the 396-1 amateur career and the 14-1 professional career took its toll on Lomachenko. At this point, I'm questioning whether or not age is catching up with Lomachenko. I've also put the long layoff won't have helped him, plus the size advantage to Lopez. Just not, he's getting more punches in. Lomachenko, precise, but just not enough when it comes to volume. So this is round 8. I've got head coming in by Loma. Loma started to fire back properly, but matched by Lopez. So again, at the end of round 8, I've got it 10 points Lopez, 9 points to Lomachenko. That was a closer round. So this is, absolutely fascinating at this point. The commentators almost inferring that Lomachenko's really going to come on strong in these last 4 rounds, and he needs to because he's way behind. Round 9, more still from Loma. You can see that he's up in it, but I've put there, but still a close round. Is Loma running out of ideas, is what I've written on my notes. That round, I did give it 10 points to 9 points for Lomachenko. But it was a close round. That was definitely a close round. I gave it to Lomachenko just. Then let's go into round number 10. Round number 10, Loma is going in rougher. A low blow by Lopez, which was ruled accidental. And Loma, more success, but still close as a round. Again, I gave that to Lomachenko, 10 points to 9 points to Lomachenko. Round 11, the first 2 minutes was Loma. The last minute, I would say Lopez came back. And so for that round, I do give that round again to Lomachenko, 10 points to 9 points. And then the last round where Lomachenko really needed to have a massive round, in my opinion, round 12, Lopez strong right through, all the way right through to the end of the round. There was an accidental headbutt that caused a cut on Lopez. And that for me meant that Lopez took the last round as well. So I gave that 10-9. So on my scorecard, I had the fight after 12 rounds. I had it 117 to Lopez, 111 to Lomachenko. So what I would say to you is, when the scorecards was announced, I had a massive feeling in my stomach. I thought, please, please, for boxing, do not give this to Lomachenko. It was clearly Lopez's victory. I did not want it to be controversial. I think it would have been bad for the game. And luckily, the judges ruled 116, 112. I think that was close. 119, 109. I think that was a bit wide. And 117, 111, which is what I had. So I think that was bang on. Maybe it could have been 116, 112, maybe. But yeah, it was no way was it 119, 109. I wouldn't have said that. But that meant that the takeover had happened. Teofimo Lopez, undisputed champion. And I don't think it was to do with him not being great. I think he boxed superb. I don't think it was Lomachenko being rubbish. If you look at it, I think it was a step too far when it comes to the size. I think Lopez was just too big, but also too skilled. Let's not take it away from him, because he fought superb. He's made a believer of me, in the words of Don King after Nigel Benn beat Gerald McClelland. But at the end of the day, what a fascinating and interesting fight. I would suggest to everyone, don't just watch the highlights, because if you watch the highlights, you won't get the full picture. Watch every minute, every second of every round for the 12. Yeah, it's not a Ward Gatti fight, but it is a fascinating fight. And that is, for me, the beauty of boxing. That's why I like boxing over your UFC and your MMA. I just think that 12-round sort of story that happens, you've got to have the attention span. You've got to be able to sort of just see as it sort of, the technicalities come through. For me to go out and say before that I thought Lomachenko would win, I just did. A lot of people did, so I'm not alone there. But I am blown away by how good Lopez was. The takeover has happened, and I'm pleased. You know, I'm not down in any way, because I think the result was the right result for boxing, and a new generation now of boxers will take a lot of heart from that. Lomachenko is not unbeatable like people thought he was. I think he'll drop down to a lower weight, where he'll no doubt pick up more world championships if he carries on, or if he decides, you know, that's me, then I wouldn't blame him. But he's had a fabulous amateur and professional career. But from my point of view, Teofimo Lopez, you have got a new fan from Fit to Box channel. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.